Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Criswell, thank you for your testimony. Can you explain what the role of a door-to-door canvass is by FEMA during a hurricane recovery?
These are our, Ranking Member, our disaster survivor assistance teams. These are groups of individuals that go out into communities to either see if they have registered for assistance, check on their case for them, or also identify if they have any other needs that we need to engage our nonprofit partners that might be in the area, like assistance with mucking and getting their home. And we can relay that information back to the local emergency manager or back to the state to make sure we're meeting all of their needs.
And this is a situation where there may be a complete communications breakdown because of the hurricane itself, right?
That is part of the reason we do this, is because we know, and especially during these incidents, we saw limited cellular communication availability. They could not get online to register for assistance. They could not call us. And so we send people out to go knock on their door and see if they have had that opportunity yet.
How many doors would you have knocked on during Hurricanes Helene and Milton?
Tens of thousands. I would have to get you the exact number.
Okay, and hundreds of people would have been involved in the effort?
Yes.
Okay, so it's been reported that there were unprecedented levels of harassment and threats leveled against FEMA workers, both the full-time workers and then intermittent part-time workers and volunteers who came along. Do you have any sense of where this harassment and where these threats were coming from? What were the things being said that would lead people to attack FEMA workers?
We have seen over my last few years in this position, but even as my time as a local emergency manager, we have seen the amount of information being spread that's just inaccurate about FEMA programs, about FEMA policies continue to increase. We saw a big jump during Maui. We saw an even larger increase, and again, on a scale that I have not seen during Hurricanes Helene and Milton, primarily being spread through social media channels.
And have you undertaken any efforts to combat that disinformation?
So we do a number of things. We have an entire team of public affairs and external affairs experts that help us try to put positive information, correct information out. We establish a page. It's a standing practice for us to establish a rumor control page that we have done for many years through many administrations to put accurate information about the programs that FEMA is offering and the assistance that is available. We also reach out to the community. For example, in North Carolina right now, we're hiring community liaisons, people from the community that can help be a bridge between us and the people in their community to build that trust, make sure people are getting everything that they need, but also to let us know what kind of information or what kind of resources they may still need.
The employee who was fired by you a day or a day and a half after you learned of what had happened was an intermittent employee, a part-time employee who may or may not have been trained on the proper protocols of FEMA. But what do you tell your workers to do if, in fact, they are harassed or attacked at the doors, going door to door, offering people assistance?
Again, we have people that go into communities that have just been impacted by significant weather events and meeting people on their worst day. And people are, angry and they're upset because of what happened to them. And so we often have people that feel that they may be in an unsafe situation. And so we train them to be able to remove themselves from that situation reactively. We never have done anything to teach our employees to proactively avoid an area where they feel they might be threatened.
Okay, and just to restate the obvious, if this is correct, you have no policies or rules counseling people to engage in political party or candidate discrimination. Is that right?
No policy, no doctrine, no rule, anything to that matter.
Okay, and that's why you acted so swiftly to deal with that situation when it arose.
I learned of this on November 7th, that there was an alleged claim that an employee had done this. I directed my team to be able to look into it and provide me information. They showed me the evidence on November 9th, which is when I directed the termination of the employee.
And I understand that FEMA itself is investigating to get all of the facts of the matter. Do you also support an investigation by the Inspector General at FEMA?
I have already requested an investigation to the IG.
Okay. Well, look, on behalf of the family that stayed with me after the hurricane hit Asheville, North Carolina, and other friends who were affected, I want to thank FEMA for doing your very best on behalf of the American people and mobilizing a strong relief effort. Not perfect, None of them are, but certainly a very serious attempt to address all of the needs that arose. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.